Welcome to the Sunday Roast, the show we review every game for the weekend, the best bets, the bets we missed. If you could please give us some love and please follow us on YouTube, Instagram for all your footy content, we'd really appreciate it. Dobe, how are you?
I could not be better, Jev. Have a look at this. 8 in a row, Jev. Oh, Jesus, it's good. I absolutely can't believe it. If you told me that we were going to go on that run, well, I guess someone did. Paddy Cripps actually did tell me. He's like, Das, mate, I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong internally. The boys are ready to go. We're absolutely fired up, Doe. Get down, Watchers versus the Suns. Put on a clinic. Ever since then, Jim, it has been straight line, all express towards the finals train, Jev. And I'll tell you what, I reckon the Blues are almost on it. One more box to tick this week. Knock off the Suns again. Go full circle, Jev. And the finals are within our reach. And I absolutely can't be any more excited. What a time to be alive, Jev. What a time to be a footy fan.
Yeah, and then from my point of view, the Swans, we've also won 5 in a row. We're in the 8 as well. We are sitting at the end of the weekend now, the GWS, we're sitting 7th on the ladder. We'll be playing St Kilda in a first final. Oh, God, that could be big. That could be big for the pod if we get Saints week 1.
That is a massive game.
And we could do something fun with the pod if it was in Melbourne and I ended up going to that game, and we could do something good fun with that. So we'll work that out if it happens to get to that game. But won 5 in a row, beat the Suns twice this year ourselves. We'll crack into that later, but we'll go to the first game. Friday night, Collingwood over Geelong by 8 points. Jeremy Cameron kicks the first at about $9. This was a fucking cracker, Das. What did you see?
Yeah, I actually couldn't believe it. They got absolutely jumped at the start, didn't they? It was one of the best first quarters. I thought the whole game, to be honest, was like if you look at the Friday night and Saturday night spectacle, 4 teams that are all like take out probably Geelong this year, but still wanting to have a good crack at it. Really good arm wrestles at games, but 2 completely different styles. This was fast. Yeah. It was going the whole time, and they were just trying to counterpunch each other.
It was unbelievable.
Go. It was very good to watch. Like, aesthetically, it was good. Like, team would pile on 2 or 3. Jez gave, if Geelong won that, Frampton wouldn't have slept for a month. Honestly, he was just doing the Zerk Thatcher, just, head down. Like, I can't even look at it. He was actually pretty lucky to get a couple of those goals, which a lot of people have obviously assessed on. The handball from close and then that other one that was definitely out of bounds on the full. But good fight back by Geelong, especially towards the start of the last quarter. But with all the injuries going down, not sure exactly how much Darcy Moore will be out for. What are they saying?
Basically, you'll see him first week of final. 2 weeks by, I think you'll see him first week of final.
Yeah, but my biggest thing for the night, Jev, was let Josh Dacos out of the shackles. Tell you what, when he just got to do his own thing, some of the kicks that he made, he's always been a good kick, but it's just like with everyone else going down, he stood up.
Yeah.
He stood up way more than anyone else in that side, and they needed him to, because if he didn't play that game, they do not win. He was the class above, broke lines, and really got them going forward.
Yeah, 100%. It was just 2 like heavyweights going toe to toe, blow for blow. I just felt like the whole night Geelong were just going to, just somehow get it done. But Collingwood, they score every minute of every quarter. They're the best team in the comp for a reason, and you cannot have a lapse against them. They're just too good. And Geelong is 6 goals to 3 up at quarter time, 8 goals to 7 up at halftime, and then they're down by 3 goals 3 quarter time. They fight their ass back. And they, can't get it done. 8 points. It was just it's just what you want footy to be. High scoring. Like we'll get to the D's and Carlton game. That was more like a big final, contested, pressure, like no room, no one makes mistakes. But this was just 2 guns going at it. And it's everything you want to see in footy, basically, isn't it, Das?
It is. I think the style of the games, though, whether it was the Blues or the D's, they would have beaten Collingwood or Geelong.
I agree.
The way that they were playing, it was unbelievable. As I said, we will touch on it a little bit later, but a win that the Pies definitely needed. They needed to jump back on that winner's circle. Geelong probably looking to miss out now, that Jev.
Yeah, they're going to miss. If there was a time in the season when it was like, the Swans aren't making it and Geelong aren't. Now it looks like the Swans are probably going to slip in. We've got a pretty hard run home, and Geelong aren't. And it's sort of like just that grand final sort of curse thing. But Geelong are they've just been off. And Kane Corns called it, I reckon, round 1 or 2 on the Sunday Footy Show, saying they aren't as hungry as they were last year. And he's like, he was just showing little clips, like just little things in their game. They're not as hungry. Like they might not body line a ball. They might not go as hard. To be fair to him, he's been right. Like they're just not the same as they were last year. And it might just be Selwood. It might just be how good Joel Selwood was. And they're just not led that ruthlessness enough. And yeah, they're just not as good as they were.
Until 4 weeks ago. Remember when he said Geelong can win the premiership? Remember he said that? I'll find it. I'll get it for you. 4 weeks ago, he's like, Geelong can win the premiership.
Yeah. I just
And
know on the
then-
Sunday Footy Show all year he's been saying they don't look the same as they did
Yeah.
last year. They're just not as hungry. So, yeah, I wouldn't say season over. I'm going to quickly look at their run home. But they're all the way at 11th. Like, they've got Essendon and the Giants 2 points ahead of them. So they got Saints on Friday night under the lid. And then they've got the Dogs at GMHBA. So if they go 2-0, they'll give themselves the best chance. Saints are playing pretty good footy under the lid. They're pretty hard to beat there. So,
Yep.
yeah, I don't think they're going to make it, personally. What about you? You don't think they'll make it?
Probably not now. I'm going to have to go through and look at. I'm going to have to do another ladder predictor
We'll have
tonight.
to do one hook, line, and sinker this Wednesday. We'll do another predictor. So we'll go some odds. So Jeremy Cameron kicked 7. It just felt like the night he was going to have a big one. So he paid 21-1 to kick 6. Ollie Henry kicked 4. He paid 9.25 for 4. And Myercheck kicked 5. He paid 19-1 for 5. And then apart from that, I know, we're just looking now, Sportsbet didn't have it, but a guy that works at a gambling company that I play footy with, he went hard at Jeremy Cameron to kick goals. Jeremy Howe to kick goals. He heard he was taking set shots in the warm-up. So he's like, so he backed him for 2 and 3 and went
Did he
hard.
find that out before the game, or he was there and
a mate was there watching him have set shots, and he texted him, so he went hard. So he won real big money off Jeremy Howe to kick 2, and would have won like close to $6,000 if he kicked 3, and he missed a sitter as well.
That's
and then touches. So Atkins has 34 and Dacos has 38. So Josh Dacos paid 15-1 for 35. He was 91-1 for 40, and he ended up with 38.
Wow.
And then Tom Atkins, I'm just looking here. He's had 34. So he was 12.50 for 30, 51 for 35, which he was one touch off. And then, I'll just look at Braden Maynard as well. So he's had 26. So for 25, that would have been nice. He has had 25. 6.75 for 25, pretty nice. Could have won some big money that night. You had like Myercheck 5 into Dacos 35 into Jeremy Cameron 6. You would have been looking at well over 1,000-1. So, yeah, Collingwood, they needed that win. They needed to prove they're the best again, like get that confidence back that they are the team to beat on grand final day. So they'd be happy with that.
Oh, I just can't believe it. Just doesn't it, if you get, especially that first win coming into finals, where you get the bye before the finals, you win, go straight to a prelim, get a bye, win the prelim, roll up the next week.
And it's sort of, and they'll throw the kitchen sink at that week 1 win because
100%.
Dacos will come back for the prelim, and Darcy Moore will hopefully he'll play that first final, but and then he gets another week off the hammy. Like, what's his name? Our man Johnny Noble, the man that stinks. No one goes near him. He got a bad corky. Just a few things. They're starting to get a bit banged up. They will love this finals by the Pies. So good on them.
They've pretty much locked it up now.
Next game, a bit of a stinker under the lid. Essendon win by 9 points. North had an absolute crack. Did you see any of this game, or you working?
Only a little bit. I was listening to it on the radio, and they were going absolutely bananas when Cunnington kicked that first goal.
Yeah, it was great.
40 out. I genuinely got goosebumps listening. Like, they were going nuts. We had Bernie Vince, JB, and who else was there? I think it was Bristle. I think it was BT as well. and Luke Darcy. So it was a good crew, and they were just going nuts in the box. So, Cunnington, my God. But BT said, which was actually a good shout, they're like, it's his last game. Remember you said at the start of the year, he might be going up forward a little bit more?
Yes.
We should have taken him for 2 goals. Obviously, it's a game that we didn't think he was actually going to come back in and play.
Yeah,
But
I know.
if the Bombers end up making the finals, Chev, are they the worst team? Like, Adelaide are better than them. The
Yeah.
Giants might not make it. They're way better than them. There's so many more teams. The Bombers are ass crack.
Well, they're just lucky they've got North and West Coast twice this year.
Like, they should be on 40 points.
Yeah, they're average, but
They're so bad. What do you
yes.
think of this game? It was disgusting.
Yeah, they fucking got so lucky. North had an absolute crack. Like LDU is such a stud, but Nick Martin has had a big game. He's had 32 and 3. Like Larky's kicked 5. Langford is definitely in my All-Australian squad of 40. He has to be in the squad of 40. He probably should slip into the side. But anyway, Martin's kicked 3. Peter Wright 2. Cunnington 2 and 24. It was just one of those games. I can't even explain it. Like I just hate. Is it just the way Essendon defend? I don't know. I don't really like the way Essendon play. They can be attacking. Like we were there that night against Carlton. They looked like a top 4 side that night. They absolutely pumped you. They defended well. They moved the ball well. They looked good going forward. Peter Wright kicked 5. Zach Merritt was quite whatever. And now I don't know. I don't want to go too hard on the Bombers. They're going to play finals. I wouldn't want to play them. No, you don't want to play anyone. But actually, Carlton probably. Yeah, would Carlton want to play the Bombers week 1?
I would.
Well, they pumped you though.
If we lost, I'd be shattered. But I
They're
reckon
the worst team.
They're no good.
Yeah. Would you rather play the Bombers or the Dogs?
Bombers.
Yeah. So you don't reckon the Bombers are no good?
Nah.
No
way. Do you reckon? What would you rather?
I
was saying to Morgs, I actually hope Morgs he wouldn't want us to verse you guys first round because it'd be good to all go, but he's like, I'd rather just not have to verse each other. Like, hopefully we meet later.
It would be good content for the pod though if we're at a final.
Awesome.
Swans Carlton be huge.
I actually don't care who we play. I just want to make it and then just go and just have a crack.
Yeah.
Essendon
going to a final.
I would throw up if Essendon made it and then they beat us.
Yeah, it'd be heartbreaking as a Blue supporter if you lost to the Bombers. Oh God,
they stink. Next game.
Yeah, this game, there wasn't much to talk about. North have spent the whole season 15 points behind, as Morg says. They've lost by 9. Larky for 5. Then they played 6-1 for 5. Ben Cunnington for 2, though.
So 14.
$7.50 for 2. Thought it might have been a bit more. And then I'll go Bombers. So you got Cole Langford for 3. He's short. $1.80. Nick Martin for 3. That would have been nice. That was 13-1. And then touches. What do we got? Disposals. Darcy Parish had 33. North. Sheasel 32. LDU a goal and 28. Not much. Oh, what did Cunnington pay for 24? It's nothing. Yeah, so
all those are short. But Jev, you know who didn't get his touches?
Who?
Zach Merritt. We're putting a ban on all Bombers players.
Yeah, 100%.
Fuck him.
Well, yeah, Zach Merritt's having now. He leads Essendon better. It's not all about him anymore. It's not about him getting 35. It's more about he does the team stuff. He lays big tackles. He chases. He'll help out the back line. You know, his role has decreased. So, yeah, I don't think it's all about Zach Merritt anymore. So I still think he's a great player, but we don't bet on him anymore.
If you look at the touches, Jev, it is so top-heavy in this game. Like, it was watching it live, it was like, this is just substandard football.
Yeah.
Like you've got the 30s and 20s. You literally scroll down a little bit. You're already into the teens of touches.
Yeah. It's the same players every time.
So many 2, 5, 5, 6, 7. Like it's no good. Next game.
Next game. Swans versus the Suns. The Bloods get it done by 24 points after getting jumped in the first quarter. It was 4-1 after about 10 minutes of play. The Suns came out and jumped us. We just clawed our way back in. Experience. We're starting to play some good footy. Some good players stood up and got the 4 points. Did what we needed to do. Win at home. Won our 5th in a row, and just beat them. Isaac Heaney We've said it all year. When your good players aren't in form, you don't win footy games. When your good players are playing well. So Chad Warner has 2 and 28. Chad Warner to be best on was one of my bets of the weekend.
Yes, it
I
was.
thought Goulden would get tagged, and he did. Isaac Heaney has 2 and 17. Back to the 2 and 15 club. Papley has 24 touches and a goal. Nick Blakey has 24. Lloyd has 23. Parker 20. Goulden only has 19. Rowbottom a goal and 18. So a good player standing up, playing well. Matt Rowell has 25. Noah Anderson goes another week with only 22 and he kicked a goal though. So yeah,
It was a good goal.
It'd be hard for the Suns. They know they're not going to make it, but they had a crack. They definitely had a crack. They had a good game plan, but we just, you just grind them into the ground minute after minute, quarter after quarter, and we just got the job done.
I really reckon no more Buddy. It almost just will release your forward line so much more.
Yeah, we're probably harder to defend now, hey?
Everyone's just like, all right, we know he's not coming back now.
Yeah.
It's like even when he had those times where he had like 3 or 4 weeks out, it looked really good. You guys coming like Will Hayward, Jev kicked 4.
Yeah.
Like love him. He probably hasn't as good a year as last year. Last year he was unbelievable. But obviously just makes it so unpredictable. I think Logan McDonald's going to be a superstar.
Yeah.
I really do. Him and Amadi McLean, as you said, Jev, they're those taller guys that if they don't win, they compete, they can bring it to ground. And you guys have so much talent on the ground. You got Papley, Heaney, Hayward that can come through, guys that are really clean. Rowbottom, even like all your midfielders, super clean on the ground. They can go get it and then obviously convert. So I think it makes you guys look way more unpredictable. And you guys look fast when you move it coming in because you're not just especially with defenders, they can't just try and sit in the hole. It's like
you look at our starting 6 forwards on the ground. So Hayward kicks 4, McDonald kicks 3, that's 7. McLean kicks 2, that's 9. Heaney kicks 2, that's 11. Amadi 1, Papley 1. So the 6 forwards kick 12, 13 goals for the day, and then the mids just pop in here and there. Like that's what a good team. That's like a good 22 Swans performance. It's not all about Buddy anymore. It's about, just everyone kicking the goals. And we're probably way more unpredictable to defend now. Like when you're going forward, you're kicking it to Hayward, you're kicking to Heaney, you're kicking to Amadi, you're kicking to McLean. Is it Papley? You know what I mean? So, I'm starting to, you win 5 in a row, you get a spot in the 8. Premiership, probably not good enough to win the flag, but I think we can win a final. And it'd be exciting, definitely.
Well,
the
same thing to what you said, Jev. You guys have turned around. It's the accuracy. 18 goals, 6, Jev. It's going to win you games.
Yeah, for sure. I think I saw something today. The last 6 weeks we've become the number one, the most accurate team in the comp. So it helps when you're kicking goals.
Scoreboard pressure, Jev. It's always going to amount, and it's going to build up on other teams, and they will not be able to overcome it. Swans are going to be scary. Like you wouldn't want to play them.
Yeah, and they won 3 finals. They won 2 finals last year. They've been winning finals for a few years now. They won't be scared or nervous come a final.
Nah,
like they've got the experience. They know what it takes. Guys like Luke Parker. Luke Parker's been playing in big finals since 2012. Like he was in our 2012 premiership side as like a 21-year-old. Like Callum Mill's been playing in big finals. Isaac Heaney, like he played in our 2016 losing grand final. Like these guys have played in big finals. So
half of them all played in the grand final last year. Like they know those nerves.
You know what it takes. So
you're coming into a first final. Like imagine all the Carlton players how nervous they would be.
Yeah, correct.
Swans are just like, hey, we've been here. It's all right. Let's just go. Let's get to it.
Correct. So Hayward's kicked 4. He paid 23-1 for 4. It's a nice day. Logan McDonald 3. That was just a $3.90. Chad Warner for 2 was a delicious $4.80. Look at some of the Suns players. Malcolm Rosas, your boy, he's kicked 3. $11.50 for 3.
$11.50 for 3 for Malcolm.
And touches, it was only Rowell and Chad Warner really of any money. So Chad for 25 was $1.97. And Matt Rowell, who barely gets 25 for a number one driver, he was $4.90 for 25. So that would have been nice. I had Noah Anderson in the personals, of course, and he's cost me. So, Sun season's over. Swans are fucking coming. This next game, Lions, Crows, it's a hard game to review, Dust. When I was watching the Matildas the whole time, it was on at a terrible time. And I know you were on your way to the footy and stuff. So did you see any of this game?
Watch the start, and I shouldn't have been going for the Crows, but I was.
because you
I
just
just
love them.
really like how they go about it. They're one of my favourite teams to watch this year. They had a good crack there, but as I said, Jev, inaccurate. 13 goals, 15 to
Yeah,
15-9, the Lions. Mate, it was a few unlikely people popping up. Shane McAdam, he was on fire early. He kicked a couple. Well, I think he had 3 to like halftime. Finished the game with 4. Tex was still kicking some unbelievable goals. Charlie Cameron, I swear to God, he only pops out at the Gabba.
yeah. He's
Or that
been
one
off,
game against
hasn't
the
he?
Giants where he kicked 8. Like, he hasn't been doing that much. And what a turnaround halfway. Like, we almost have to have an award. Biggest turnarounds from the halfway point of the season. It's Carlton and Hugh McCluggage, Jev.
Yes.
Tell you what, his second half of the season has been phenomenal. 28-2.
Yeah, it's a
He
big.
was getting them going. He's
I
a
just,
good player.
yeah, like he must. I wouldn't. I'd never say he's pissed off, but like Will Ashcroft probably took his spot a little. Like at the end of last year, he was becoming that midfielder. Then Ashcroft comes in, this kid that's an absolute superstar. Probably took a fair few minutes of McCluggage, and you'd have to ask him if he was a bit frustrated or stuff, being like a 30% midfielder, 30% winger, half forward. Now he's gone back to the midfield with Lockie Neal. He's had 28-2. I'm just looking now. He paid $5.30 to kick 2, and for 25, he was a nice $2.20. So you could have made 10-1 on Hugh McCluggage's game. Yeah, I was watching the Matildas and just checking the score in this game. We'll talk about the Matildas in 2 secs because that was unbelievable. But I just saw, like, we were just checking the scores, and it was the fourth quarter. The Lions were up by 21 points, and you're like, yeah, they've just done what they always do, win at the Gabba. Next minute, 10 minutes later, it's only 6 points, and the Crows are fucking coming. And I just don't think they could get that shot on goal to hit the front. And, I'm looking at the timeline of the game now, and it's behind, rushed, Josh Rochelle behind,
Was
Crows
he?
goal, Rory led behind, Phil thought goal, Tex 2 goals 3, Tex has missed one. They just kicked too many points in the fourth quarter. They kicked goals. They could have been the first team to beat the Lions at the Gabba for the season. And it's just the Crows season summed up to a T, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And there'll be another one of those teams that come out firing. They'll learn from all
Oh,
these small losses this year. They'll get another. Like, they're still so young, so they'll get a lot more games and more experience under the belt. But I'm looking at them for a big season next year.
they've probably been the best team situationally at being down 25 points to getting it to a one-score game. How good have they been against every team of, like, getting themselves a chance, but they just haven't been out, like, Collingwood twice, Melbourne once, the Lions in this game, like, they just can't. And a year, another preseason, next year they'll be scary good, I reckon.
Yeah, when they're fast, like, even you could even say how they can put on a run like they
Yeah,
did against the Blues when we versed them at Adelaide.
yeah,
It's when they've got that switch, it's just like, oh, we're gonna go.
yeah.
Fuck, they're
And they
fast,
pile
aren't
on
they? They're
quick
lightning.
goals. They've done it against every good side this year. Like,
Yeah.
they've pumped Port Adelaide twice. They're 1-1 against the Lions, lost by 6 points. They should have beat the D's. They were stiff that day, and they're 0-2 against the Pies, and they should have won both of them. So, like, they know that internally they'll go, righto. It's one of those things.
They've taken a big leap this year, though.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's one of those things like not making finals means they start preseason earlier than a team that makes finals. So they're going to get, like, from November, they're going to get their game plan right. They're going to be fucking good next year. I'm all in.
especially for maybe a couple of those older guys like Tex and stuff. It's like, hey, might only have a couple more years at this. Let's go. Like, really want to give this a good nudge. But hey, good win by the Lions. They're back in second. So, or they third now.
So your man Shane McAdam for 4, he paid 23-1, Das. Tex for 2, $1.29 for 2. Fucking disappointing by the Tex. Could have kicked 5. I don't even know. We'll have a look at the Coleman in a minute. Charlie Cameron 3 was $2.40. I touched on Hugh McCluggage 4, and then touches, Laird and Crouch, really, the ones for 30. Crouch was $2.40 and Laird was $2.65. So some pretty good odds in that game. Nothing too crazy. Went how everyone probably thought it was. Let's talk about the Matildas just quickly, Dusk. I know you were at the game. I was at the footy club. There would have been close to 100 blokes stay after the game to watch it. That penalty shootout was some of the best, fucking most intense viewing I've ever seen.
Well, the crowd started booing because they had it up on the screen, and then because they went to overtime, they just cut it.
Yeah.
So everyone around the stands were just watching it on their phone. And it was so good. Like we'd miss one. Like even the players. I think it was Blake Acres was doing an interview, and he's just like, I had no idea what was going on. People just kept cheering at weird times of the game.
Yeah.
And then he got to quarter time. He looks up at the big screen, and everyone starts screaming and clapping, and they've got a cheese ad on. He's like, "Why is everyone celebrating for cheese? Like, what's going on?" And then they throw on the final score. He's like, "Oh, the Matildas won. That's
Yeah.
why." He thought they were celebrating cheese. God damn it, Acres! But that was incredible. I actually went back this morning and I watched the whole shootout. It's so exciting.
It
Can you
was
imagine
so
if they,
exciting.
imagine, like, I wouldn't want it in the AFL, but if they did like I don't know, like a goal kicking one to finish a game,
Yeah.
like a set shot, like you got 5 points or whatever, like you go
Yeah.
around. Fuck, it'd be sick.
And like
You can either take the set shot or take the man on the mark
the
on.
the goalkeeper, Mackenzie, what's her name? Mackenzie Arnold, I think it might be.
Yeah.
So like she makes the big save, and then she steps up and takes a penalty for a country to go on, and she misses, and you're like, it just felt like destiny was at the time. You're like, we're just not. There it goes. We'll just cost ourselves. And then she makes two more. She even jumps off her. She jumps off her line, makes a save. They get it back. Then the girl scores, and then she makes a save, and they fucking step up. And yeah, Mackenzie Arnold, they step up and win. And it
If
was
you
just 10 penalties each. It was just amazing to watch. I'm so happy for them. So happy for the country. They play England next. And because of how big that was now, like the whole of the country's even more invested, and we're all going to watch them play England. I don't even know when it is, but it's going to be great. So, yeah, that
will
was
they
good
do it?
fun.
They do it over 2 more weekends? Do they get
Yeah,
a
I
week off?
know the finals on a Sunday. I don't know if it's next Sunday. I don't know if they play like Thursday then Sunday, or they get a full week, two full 7 days. I'm not sure.
Blues Giants will be on.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh fuck! All right, next game. We'll skip one and we'll come back to it. So we'll go West Coast Freo.
Oh, fuck it.
West Coast kicked the first two goals of the game. Oscar Allen kicked the first, and then Freo kicked the next 17 to us. The next 17 goals in a row. Freo win by 101 points. This was fucking embarrassing.
So they've had 1,500 point losses
In their history,
in the history and 5 this year, Jev.
5 this year.
They are disgusting. I don't even want to talk. Tim Kelly, I didn't see a lick of this game, but I could have told you that Sarong and Brayshaw both were going to have 30 in this game. Everyone, fill your boots. Hayden Young had 25. Lockie Schultz, come on, 5 goals.
So Lockie Schultz paid 26 to 1 for 5.
And he won the medal. What a man.
Miss paid $5.10 for 4. And Sturt, is that Sam Sturt? I think it is. Sam Sturt paid, but he kicked 4 as well. $16.50 for 4. Oscar Allen kicked the first, and then he got injured. When Oscar Allen gets injured, it's game over. Basically, to us, he is West Coast. He should be $1 million a year player. If McGovern and stuff are on it, he's season. I hope he's getting rewarded making the All Australian squad of 40. Is that how you reward him for the season he's had?
I think so.
It's the 40 is going to be hard to do. There's been so many good players, but I would love to see him get in the All Australian squad of 40. His season has been so good. He's just worked his ass off, and the poor bloke.
His next contract is here. You're the captain.
Yeah, it has to be. So Brayshaw and Sarong have had 30s. Let me have a look for you. 35. Yeah, they were basically $1.60.
Yeah, they're on the
$1.60. Pretty short. This wasn't a good game to bet on. Well, it would have been if you backed the right players, but Freo win by 100 points. West Coast just need the season done. They need that season out. And I don't know if you saw on Sunday Footy Show, the game got delayed because some Brady Hoff kid had too much Ventolin, and then he had to get pulled out. Just crap. Just embarrassing. Let's get to the real main course, though. What felt like a dead set prelim at the MCG. Carlton beat Melbourne by 4 points. What a fucking game. You were there, Das. Talk to me.
Charlie Curnow kicked the first, Jev. It wasn't until 16 minutes into the first quarter. We were just watching an arm wrestle, and it wasn't. Well, no, I didn't actually. I backed him for 5 goals.
$7.75.
It was a genuine arm wrestle of just But when you look at some of those low scoring games, you're like, is this a bad game? It was not a bad game. The defenses were unbelievable. Like
Yeah,
all
and the
game,
pressure.
it was just a master, and that's why I'm so glad with Vossi. I never wanted him to be sacked, and then when he's like, "Well, we're not playing how we are," we weren't putting scoreboard pressure on weeks ago,
Yeah,
and he's just like, "We're just not defensive enough. Like, don't worry about us scoring. We need to go back to our defensive structure, which we have. We've tightened that right up." Brody Kemp has been incredible all year as he's stepped up. Wiedering's been unbelievable, and it was just a duel of back and forth, and every goal felt like absolute gold.
yeah,
Like when
yeah,
we kicked the first two in the last quarter, I'm like, "Oh my god, we're fucking." This
yeah.
is it. Like one more seals it, and it kept coming, kept coming. I was literally shitting my pants. I was just there. I was just like, I think I started praying. I was like, just please give us one here. See Petrarca. The way everyone went up, I thought it was a goal. Then watching the replay, I thought it was touched. So I'm like, I thought it hit his finger because
Yeah.
we didn't see the other one, and it was silent. MCG was silent when they were going score review. Like it was silent, and the crowd went fucking nuts. And when that last siren went, you couldn't even hear the song.
Were you that loud? You guys are
But you couldn't
cheering.
even hear it. Like I'm not sure. I can send you the. Carlton posted it without the commentary. The
Yeah,
last 20 seconds. Oh, I get goosebumps watching it. It was awesome. Like it was, as I said, we lost to them last year by 4 points, and we lost to Collingwood that last game of the year. We versed them both at the start of the year, and we got flogged by them. And I'm
yeah,
like, if we beat Collingwood, we can beat Melbourne. We can
yeah,
do it. We've already seen them, and we fucking did. I'm so happy. Paddy Cripps has been unbelievable. Nick Newman's been unbelievable. Just a team of role players at the moment.
yeah,
Always is stepping up. DeConing stepping up. Jack Martin's been phenomenal.
yeah,
The pressure they're tackling. Like Marchbank went in. Cottrell's getting in. Like Nick Newman had some unbelievable tackles. Even like Blake Acres, like coming in off the wing, as you shouldn't drop into that hole where the forwards come out. Took a couple of really big marks, went back, kicked a massive goal. It
yeah.
was awesome. And the D's were so good as well. But I thought Petrarca was awesome. Like, so everyone. It was just a
Good
fucking good game.
seeing Clary back out there.
Yeah, he was good. He was a bit quiet in the first half, I thought, but
Yeah,
he started to get rolling.
yeah. So he had 19 second half touches. So he ended with 27. So he had 8 at halftime. Then he had a big second half. And he they were saying on the TV, it's just credit to the conditioning he's been doing to stay off the hammy because he just looked like he hadn't missed a beat. And he was like, saw him in the last quarter, like his legs were probably tired, he was probably hurting, but he's like, I just fucking want this. I was fucking impressed. I know you probably, unless you've watched the replay, but you don't see it at the ground, but like that Fox Footy or the Channel 7, the pressure meter, and
Yeah. Yeah, what was it?
it's above 200. So Carlton were as far across as you can be, and Melbourne were just behind them, like both 200 plus pressure. And they're like, this game is just a dead set final. They were going at it. Yeah, I got to touch on the score review a bit quickly. So so Petrarca's kicked the goal, right? Well, it's gone over the goal line. The umpire saying, I think it's touched, I'm not sure, is just stupid, isn't it?
But unless if he said, but that's what he thinks it was. So if he's like, I think it's a goal, but I'm not sure, then if they review it, then they have to overturn it being touched. And so if he said, I think it's a goal, it would have been awarded a goal. But he's like, I think it's touched.
But
because if he doesn't say it, because he has to make a call, because it always has to come back to the umpire's call. If he doesn't say anything, then they don't determine it because it has to go off that. Because the arc needs something to overrule.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I don't think you can say I think it's touched. I think you need to know it is touched or.
Oh, but he doesn't know. That's why it goes to the arc.
No, but
because if he's like it's touched, then he just triggers at a point. He's like, I think it is. Like that's what I think. Can you guys confirm?
Yeah, I just with touched, it's sort of like I don't know. It feels like you either see it hit hands, but you want to know if it's over the line or not. I don't think you can say I think it's touched. It's either touched or it's not. You either saw it hit Marchbank's hand or you didn't see it. And if I'm just like, anyway, I don't think. I don't think. And the other thing is, I don't think it was touched. And I think Marchbank knows he didn't touch it. He did that one like you do in local footy. You say you touch to try and get away with one. And Marchbank would have been shitting himself when it was on the score review because he would have been like, I'd love to see his poker face when he was looking up at the big screen. He knows he didn't touch it. And
well,
then
on the ground, I thought I'm like, oh, he's smashed it. After today watching it, I'm like, I think it's a goal.
yeah, I don't think it was touched.
It looks like the fingers and then the forearm and then the boot, but I genuinely don't think it does.
He's sort of like that. And on the Channel 7 commentary, they think it touches fingertips there. Then like, nah, it doesn't touch there. Like,
Goes over the top.
Does it touch his forearm? They're like, nah. Then they think it touches like this hand by accident on the way down. They're like, oh, I don't really know what it's touched. And that's why it's like, I'm just a bit confused at the umpire. Where on Marchbank's body did he see it be touched? Or did he see Marchbank do this and he sort of thought it went near his hands? So he's called it with Marchbank?
Yep.
Because or did it hit Marchbank's foot on the way down? Like, no one knows where it hit Marchbank.
He almost needs to come out and say, where did it touch you?
Yeah, so they are.
He said, oh, my fingers. But you see it goes over the top. It's like, no. He's like, oh, no, it hit my forearm. Like,
yeah.
He almost needs to nominate where it was. But hey, as I said, Jev, the umpires do a great job. They do in the cricket.
Yeah.
He awarded the right call. It'll luck on our side.
It is. 100%. That's exactly what Pat Cripps said at the end of the game. He goes, a bit of luck went our way. You need that to beat top four sides and stuff. Like, hey, it's just the ride of the wave of the footy season, isn't it? Like, it goes ebbs and flows, and they got a bit of luck. They've won the game 4 points.
And then they had another good crack, another 2 cracks. They brought it in.
Yeah.
We got it out. Deliberate, 10 seconds. They got it back in again. Like, so it was spoiled for chance. Like, you got 120 minutes.
Yeah, 100%. It was just unbelievable viewing. So Carlton, the hottest team in the comp, 7 wins in a row. They just got to, I reckon, with the score review, they just need better technology. Like, you see when they were trying to freeze frames, it was so fucking blurry. Like, you couldn't tell.
What are they filming on a Nokia?
Yeah, I know. It's like you're filming from the stands on max zoom on your iPhone. Like, It was fuck. Get one of those. Invest in the 4K cameras. Get them on the post or something, and like.
Can they get a hotspot?
Yeah, it was bad. So
let's see where it touched. Jev, because you've got this one screenshotted. This would be market heaven because you've got a lot of guys at 30. But if there's one thing I have to touch on, we had a Discord multi, Jev.
Yep.
And this thing was paying. We would have got $780 back.
Oh,
my
did it void?
Huh?
Did it void?
No. They subbed out Sam Doherty.
Oh, yes.
25. He had 22. And I was absolutely livid.
How did the Discord go today? I didn't even fucking look.
No good.
My God, what's the 1X? We'll get to this later. Oh, my God. Have you seen it?
Is that the one I put on today?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We'll talk about it in a sec. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, no. Oh, my God. Are you serious?
We'll talk about it in a sec. I didn't even see
that.
Oh,
my God.
Yeah, so the Discord multi.
I put that on.
Cripps 20, Viney 20, Petrarca 20, Kerno 2, tick. Newman 20, Akers 20, Brayshaw 20, tick. They've all gone way over. Doherty for 25. You've gone everyone else 20. Doherty for 25. He's had 22 and been subbed off with a corked calf.
No,
we'll talk about it in a sec. Let's just stay on this game. So Newman's had 33.
Unbelievable game, Jev.
For 30, he's had $4.80. Tim Watson said it 3 weeks ago on SEN, he's the most underrated player in the comp. He's now like the most informed player in the comp. He's unbelievable right now.
How good's his defensive work, but also his tackling and he's used with the footy.
He doesn't shirk it. He's tough. He's changed into a different player. I reckon he's just matured. And he's like, I'm here to win a fucking premiership. I want to pull up sore, whatever it takes for this team. I'm fucking happy for him. He was a bit of a skirt at the Swans. He's not anymore. George Hill for 30, another ex-Swan. What did he have? $4.90 for 30. Cripps, 1 goal, 29. Brayshaw and Viney, 29. How good is Jack Viney? Did he look tough at the game because he was tough on the TV?
Did you see a couple of contests with him and Cripps just going at it.
Yeah, just
Jeez, was good. Like, not a backward step
yeah.
between them.
So Brayshaw, $3.90 for 30. Viney, $3 for 30. Yeah, Cripps only had 29, and then goals. There wasn't many multiple goal kicks. So
Nah,
Clarkins kicked 2. That was $1.80. Kernay only kicked 2. That was $1.19. And Cripps has kicked 1. He was $2.12 for 1.
Can I ask, watching on TV, who would be your best on?
No, I couldn't tell you, honestly. It's depends. Do you like Petrarca stands out? Like Newman, you could just see him getting the ball off, but he looks a lot like George Hewitt. So sometimes on TV, you don't actually know which one's which.
Yeah.
George Hewitt, Nick Newman. Just everyone played well. Oh yeah, who would you give the 3 Brownlow votes?
I thought the first half, I was like, fuck, Cripps has been unbelievable.
Yeah,
And the boys like, Morgs is like, fuck, he just looks like fit as at the moment. Like, his body looks good. I'm like, he does. And I thought he had a lot of it. And then I checked, I was like, fuck, he's already up to 20 touches.
yeah.
Like, he got his hands on it heaps. Got himself near the footy. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, so of his 29, he only had 10 contested. So like when he has a game like that, that's usually up to like 20 contested. So
He was getting even goes. Like, he was actually getting on the outside.
Yeah, 21 pressure acts, not that many meters gained. He's just, I don't know, he's just a part. It's sort of like he stepped down from being at, say, an A+ grade or an A grade. He's come back, and then every other player's come up, and you're just like an even spread at the moment. Like, you're even 22 with Walsh to come back, with Mackay to come back. It's fucking exciting. The Blues could be playing in a prelim, dude.
I'd cry.
You'd cry.
I would. I got emotional last night. It was good fun.
You're just like, this is fucked.
I'll just hit Morgs. I'm like, how good's this?
Next game, down in Tassie, the Hawks get over the top of the Dogs by 3 points after being down at halftime. What a fucking team the Hawks are becoming. What a well-coached oil machine they're becoming. Liver gets knocked out in the first quarter. That was bad. He just hit his head on a knee. And then the Hawks mids do what they do to every team and got to work. John Newcomb's had 1 and 40. Amon 1 and 32. Nash 26. Warple 1 and 25. Will Day 1 and 24. Dylan Moore 1 and 24. They just dominate the ball and dominate teams, don't they?
They do. Rory Lobb kicked the first Jev at $13, but they have been all year. They actually haven't gone away from a high possessed inside tough midfield. And they all love. You go through all their stats almost every game, and they're all getting their hands on it.
Yeah,
and they love it. So when you get enough of the footy and you're playing one certain way for that long, it's going to turn into good stuff. Like those kicks under pressure, they love taking. Will Day, he's going to win he has all the traits that would stick out. He's going to win a Brownlow. Wait till he starts kicking a couple more goals a game. In stoppage, he's like a Pendlebury Bond.
Yeah,
he's got time, and then he can explode. He's really
big.
thick.
He's so good. He's like he's probably my favorite player in the league right now at watching. He's going to be anything.
192 centimeters. He's probably like 85 kegs. Wait till he fills out.
Wait, if he just puts on 3 kilos every preseason, like he could be better than Bond. Probably like not necessarily have a better career, but he's like high end could be better than Bonds.
His attribute, like he looks like he's probably faster.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit more speed, but fuck, he's unbelievable. But Warple and John Newcomb, Jev, honestly, put that up there in one of the best individual games of the season. I watched the whole game. He fucking dominated.
Yeah.
So he has the record for most broken tackles this season.
Yep.
He beat Dusty, and he's a fucking bull.
How is
he must be so strong. Like when he gets it and just guys just fall off him.
Yeah.
He's fanning him up, like his arms have got like fucking good length where he can actually get guys in the chest. And some of the kicks, do you watch the whole game?
No, not much of the second half.
He had it in the last quarter. Like he's just one of those guys. He's having one of those games. Comes out to the back line, half back, goes like doubles back, shimmies through 2 guys, turns his shoulder, like breaks his ankles, and then kicks one on the outside of the boot. Up the line, just hits out, I think, Bruce. Everyone's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like that's just his game. Like, it's his day. Absolutely. 159 fantasy points. Carl Amon, everyone was giving him shit, saying that he's gone to the wrong club, massive rebuild. Like, you've gone through your best years now. Port Adelaide will be playing in finals. He will be playing in finals in the next few years, and he's going to have an absolute monster influence in that side. Him off the halfback, he's as good as any good halfback that you want. He uses the ball really well, good left footer, and if he can come up the ground and like kick more goals, absolutely. Like, I'm not sure what they paid him. Pretty sure they paid him pretty well, but he fucking deserves it. He's one of those key pieces. Every team needs one of those halfbackers. I fucking love him. They went to work.
How is John Newcomb sitting outside of the AFL? Like, how is he a VFL player? He's a gun. He must have so much confidence in how explosive he is to just pick it up. He just looks at tackles and just breaks them. Like, good on him.
Did you see Sam Mitchell? Like, he had to try and put raps under him and like tell him like to settle down when he was at the VFL. He's like, "We're going to take you.
Don't get injured."
No, just like stop playing so well.
Right.
We don't want other clubs to take it. He's like, "We're definitely going to take you in this mid-season draft." He's like, "Mate, you're a fucking jet." Like, just hide yourself in like a pocket or something. But Jev, he's pretty much the only market we want to touch on. So 41-1 for 40 disposals. That is incredible.
That's like $1 a disposal.
Yeah, it is. I thought Sicily would have got there before he did this year, but he was monstrous.
Yeah.
He's fucking a good player. They're probably my favourite team. Oh, I've got a few favourite teams.
Yeah.
I like GWS when they're up and about. Adelaide. Hawthorn are good.
Yeah. There's got to be, don't know how, like, I don't know if you can call Sam Mitchell the best coach in the AFL, but there's got to be something like he's the most recently retired player to become a coach. And it's like what he's doing and the way he explains it to them and the way they train during the week. I guess he's so close from when he played. Like, what year did he retire? He was an assistant coach 2018 grand final. Yeah.
He 2017, because then the next year they won the flag.
Yeah, they lost to GWS in that final 2017, and then they won the flag 2018. So 5 years he's been retired for. But he just must know how, because he was such a gun, how to explain it to players in their terms, not coaches' terms, in players' terms. And like,
well, he knows, because they were Hawthorn when they went on that three-peat, they were part of that new style of game where they got the ball slow, and they went through that whole process of you got to be in front of the curve before we get into it.
Yeah.
So he's identified probably holes in the game or how they want to play it. This is what he thinks will work going forward. He's doing it now. He's like, guys, we're going to get ahead of it. This may not work. We've got to get a lot of buy-in. I'm going to do more radio. We're going to make sure we get out there. So the media pressure is off us a little bit so they can see that we're actually trying to do the right things, and we'll just keep working at it.
Fucking
and
unbelievable.
It's working. Like, and you hear from everyone, apparently he's just a fucking genius, like a footy nerd.
Yeah. Oh,
he gets it.
Tell.
But he can go out the spray he gave the week before.
Yeah.
He's like, stop being weak cunts. And he told it to him. He's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And especially the Finn McGuinness, when he told him about that, he'd get tagged all the time. And he told him where I want you to be, where to stand, everything. Like, he pretty much had a logbook. He's like, this is exactly how I want you to play it. Nothing was up to chance. He's like, here's your script. Go do that.
He must be a footy nuff. I love it. I know, I've got the take. I've been saying it all year. I think West Coast are going to win a final before the Richmond Tigers will. Who will win a final first, Ars? Hawthorn or Essendon?
Hawks.
You reckon Hawks? And it's going to be in 3 years. They're not going to win one this year. They'll probably just miss out next year. Then they'll win one the year after. Will the Bombers win a final in that time?
No.
Nah, they're no good.
I don't want them to.
All right, next game. What have we got? We've got St Kilda. This was an absolute stinker. St Kilda, Richmond. The Saints win by 36 points. The Tigers are done. I'll tell you who's not getting the job, Minnie McWalter, because I'll talk about it in a minute. But Max King kicks 6. Gresham kicks the first 2 of the game, I'm pretty sure. Kicks 3. This was just a stinker. This was over a quarter time.
You paid 21-1. Gresh, Jev, if you're kicking straight, you are going to win majority of your games. But what a clinic. I was listening to the radio as well, Jev, and you hear Joey Montagna. He's like, hope that's not an indicator for the Richmond selectors of the new coach. We're going to wait till he gets 6 kicked on him, then we'll move his magnet. Yeah. Jeez, Noah Bolter. Now, Jev, I believe you do have, before I get into some money stats, you finally have. We've been talking about it all year. The reverse Coleman. So that is who's had the most goals kicked on him.
So
You found out, Jev.
I've been saying all year that Noel Bolter is the reverse Coleman, but I didn't really have anything to back it up. I just see him get a fuck ton of goals kicked on him. So while I'm listening to Triple M, listen to this game on Triple M today, they asked the true man, who's the man of Triple M, what's the reverse Coleman ladder? And he's got it. He's got it stored at all times. So first on 47 goals kicked on him is the Freo captain, Alex Pearce. He's had 47 goals. And then equal second, the 100K's favourites with 45 goals kicked on him is Noah Bolter and Brandon Zirk Thatcher. They're second in their reverse Coleman. Oh, they've had 45 goals kicked on this year. Bolter had at 6. He's like, I shouldn't say this, but it's like watching Alex Rance with a missing chromosome watching Noah Bolter run around the ground. He runs around so dumb off the half back line. He just wanders around and fucks around with it. And like, now talking about I didn't actually see it, but they were talking about on the radio, but like a chain started off the half back line 80 metres around. And let's say Bolter was in good position for when they're 80 metres away. But then he watched the ball come up the field and get to within 40 metres of Max King. And he was still just like trying to be in an attacking position. And he had to go find Max King and body him. And they just kicked it over his head to Kingy. And he just chopped the arms, free kick, another goal kicked on. And they're like, Noah, what are you doing? So he's had 45 Schnagglepuses kicked on him for the year. I don't want to be a dog. It's just funny, though.
Oh,
and I think Richmond are in big trouble. They don't have one good young player.
If anyone wants to laugh, go and watch BT talking about Noah Bolter's blind.
Yeah.
Go on YouTube. I think it's like 5 minutes. The first 2 or 3 are gold. Like you'll be in tears.
Yeah.
Noah Bolter blind Triple M. Please watch it.
It is.
I might even put on the story. It's fucking gold. But Jev, the big one, Max King, 6 goals. 29-1.
Should have been more. That should have been 40s.
Yeah, I know. Jay Gresham for 3 at $13. What about disposals? Sinclair, we don't have too many guys that absolutely rip this game apart. So 30 disposals. We had Jack Sinclair with just $2. Jaden Shaw, what does the Martin have? 25?
Yeah.
What was he paying? $2.25. All the other markets were pretty much $2 or under. So nothing too big, but the big one was obviously Max King at 26-1. They can't believe the Saints are still in the fucking 8.
So what about the 100K multi, the bets in the 100K? We had Dusty 20 tick, Max King 2 tick, Liam Baker anytime tick, Wanganeen Malira 20 tick, Cooper Sharman goal, Rowan Marshall goal, tick. That was a $10.50 same game multi within the 100K that was just green ticks.
God, it looks good on paper.
Doesn't it? Oh, fuck. What a game. So,
what was it before half-time?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Saints are in. Good on them. I can't. They're just well coached. I'm not going to rip them. They've genuinely turned their season around. They're well coached, well structured. They attack off the half back line. It's not like whether you rate their mids or not. It's not leaving it up to their mids anymore. It's like it's a whole team. But one thing, if you're going to play the Saints, just don't let Jack Sinclair run around on his own, and probably don't let Wanganeen Malira run around on his own. They're their 2 best kicks. If you put a little bit of time into them, like make it hard for them, you're going to stop a bit of their ball movement and stuff. So,
100%.
Anyway, let's get on to the last game. So, Port absolutely smashed the Giants by, what did it end up being? 51 points. They just jumped them from the start and just blew them out. The Giants looked tired. They looked fucking tired. They were just pumping them. They've kicked 21 goals, 10, 136. That's a big day. That is a big day. What do you want to say about this game?
Ollie Lord kicked the first, but he actually couldn't put money on him, unfortunately. But Willie Rioli kicked a couple early, and I couldn't believe it. By the time I was actually out, I only missed the first 20 minutes of this game, and I missed pretty much the most vital part of the game. What I did notice watching the game, this is one of those games where Horn Francis took the bull by the horns.
Yeah.
He looked fucking unbelievable. He's just shown little patches, hasn't he? He cracked the shits against Geelong last week. He's one of those players when he's down, he's down.
Yeah.
I think he'll mature.
Yeah.
Like you can see he just gets he wants it a lot, and when it doesn't work, he's like a kid. All the toys go out of the cot, and he just cracks the shit. So I'm sure he'll improve on that. Tom Green just competes all day, Jev. He's had a really good season. Butters was really good. Houston bounced back after only having like half a dozen touches the week before and then killing like 300,000 people's multis.
Yeah,
But they dominated, didn't they?
they fucking dominated. And like,
Every time you look at it, they just had the ball in centre
yeah,
half, like loading forward.
I don't know if you heard. We're both big fans of Fireball Friday. David King, Kane Corns, SEN. And Kane Corns was ripping Matt Rowell, and he's like, I just want to see a midfielder get 20 touches. Like, why is it too hard for Rowell to get 20? Never gets 20. This and that, which he's right. And then David King goes, Jason Horne-Francis never had 25 touches in his career. Never had a game where he'd had 25 touches. I don't know if Horne-Francis heard it or Kane Corns told him because he's had 3 goals and 27 touches.
I was thinking the same thing. Kane is going to go nuts.
Nah, because Kingy ripped him, and then Horne-Francis he looked like nearly the best player on the field. And that field involved Butters, Rosie, Toby Green, like some good footballers out there. And he looked like the most dominant player on the field. I was very, very impressive. What could you get for Horne-Francis for 3, Das?
So, Horne-Francis for 25 is...
Should be like $4.50.
25 is $7.25.
Yeah, he never had it in his career, so...
And for 3 goals, $23.
Oh, God, that would have been a nice thing. What's that? 7 times 23 for the multi.
725, 23.
160 to 1 for Horne-Francis' game.
Wow.
Yeah, he was...
Riccardi
Butters, 34.
Riccardi kicked 4, 10.50.
Nice. Really 3. Bergman for 3. What was Bergman for 3?
Bergman... I couldn't get him for 3. Couldn't get him for 2. No. Bergman for 1. Could not get Bergman.
What about touches? Toby Green's had 27. So what could you get for Tobes for 25?
Tobes for 25 is... He's down the list. 975.
Yeah. 2 goals, 2 and 25. Jeez, he's still a gun. Horne-Francis 25. Rosie 29. Wines 29. Houston and Butters 30. Tom Green 30.
Yeah, so Butters 215. Dan Houston 410. So all around that mark. Tom Green for 30 is just $1.76. 30 is a lot of touches.
Yeah.
And he just fucking absolutely dominates.
We 2 as well, Tom Green.
Yeah, we said that our lock of the week, Jev, we thought the Giants plus 37.5 at $1.30 was absolute cream.
It was my last leg of the hook, line, and sinker multi-dash. Giants plus 35.5. I was licking my lips, and they've lost by 51, so I'm absolutely shattered. Let's quickly touch on the whole 100K multi-dash. So we've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 X's, so 18 out of 25. So we've made it through Saturday Live. Chad Warner, tick. Dawson McCluggage, tick. Hunter Petrarca, Cripps Viney, tick. Tim Kelly Brayshaw, tick. Then we get to fucking Hawthorn Dogs today. So Bruce for 2. He only kicks 1. Flat. Liver gets voided because he's knocked out in the first quarter. No worries. Sicily for 25 gets 22. Bond for 25 gets 23. And Bond for a goal doesn't hit. So we've got all 4 X's right there. We're dead. Then we go Martin, Max King, Liam Baker, Wangani Malira, Cooper Sharp, Roll Marshall. Tick. Get into the last game. Butters for 30. Tick. Rosie for 2. Who had Rosie for 2? Morgs.
Yep.
That's an X. He didn't kick 1. Toby Green for 3. Kicks 2. 2 goals, 2. Finn Layson for 2. He kicks 2. That's a good leg. And Canelo for 25. He only has 19. So it was a fucking good multi with some stiff legs. If we could tweak a little, and there's a few games we probably could have gone a little harder that in, like the Swans game or something, but it's the first game you just want to get through. So pretty good multi. Dust. When you quickly touch on the Discord multi, we just had a peep at.
Oh my God. So we only had a few people. We got $400 in the account at the start of the week. So I'm like, let's just put on 4 multis. So $100 per one. We'll just touch on, I put on a 10-legger for Melbourne and Carlton, which I touched on. Cripps 20, Viney 20, Petrarca 20, Kerno 2, Newman 20, Akers 20, Angus Brayshaw 20, all hit. Doherty for 25 gets subbed off with 22.
In that multi as well, you had Tim Kelly for 20, Brayshaw for 25 as well, which were ticks and ticks.
Oh, sorry, yeah, that's at the bottom. And then today, I quickly went through. I was like, because I was napping. Your boy's napping. And then I'm like, I got to put on a quick multi, a 13-legger, slapped 100 on this. Sicily 20, Warple 20.
Tick.
Sinclair 20.
Tick.
Wanganeen Malira 20. Dustin Martin 20. Prestia 20. Max King 2.
Ticks.
6. Then we get into the last game. Toby Green 2. Butters 20.
Tick.
Dan Houston 20.
Tick.
Josh Kelly 20.
Tick.
Lockie Whitfield 20.
Tick.
Cogs 20. 19 touches.
That's 19.
Well, that would have taken back $1,300.
You've had 100 on that at 13.40 to 1. We would have won $1,343.
Oh my God.
With one touch off.
So if you were listening earlier, that's what I was reacting at. And I did promise, Jev, because we asked for what was some of the best bets you have going on for the rest of this season, Jev. I have to give the man a shout out. Carson Healy.
Yeah.
You know what he put on when the Baggers were 15th on the ladder? We were 15th. He put $1 on this. Curnow to win the Coleman. Ashcroft Rising Star. Bontempelli for the Brownlow. And Blues to win the flag. Put $1 on it. Gets back $5,000. A 5,000 to 1 bucker. Jesus, that's
wins.
a nice multi if that gets up.
Oh, God.
So well done to you on that one, sir. But we have heartbreak all over. It's
Hey, that's an hour on the dot, Dobe. Let's get out of here. Been a good pod. 2 rounds to go. Still so much to play for. I will see you Tuesday night, hook, line, and sinker. And we'll do another ladder predictor with only 2 games. We'll do it live on the thing, and we'll just agree on the tips. And yeah, I'll see you Tuesday. Up the 100K.
Go the 100.
See you later.